of how Coma Berenice, the hair of Berenice, came to be as opposed to the desire of all nations, the woman and the child, in the current zodiac. See, the current zodiac is all corrupted and satanic. When we speak of the zodiac, we're talking about the primeval zodiac and the constellations that were written in the heavens to give a witness to us of God's plan through the ages. All right. Now, long before the constellation had been changed, now its real signification had been lost and perverted, as I just explained. Now, naturally, when the promises and prophecies had been written down in the scriptures of truth, the meaning of the signs and constellations and the very names by which God had called the stars would fall into a state of disuse or inactivity and become gradually forgotten. This would lead to the easy perversion of their meaning by those nations who did not possess the Word of God. Hence, this constellation of the woman and child passed into the Babylonian and Egyptian mysteries under the names of Isis and Horus. And then from the pagan mysteries, the picture passed into Romanism with many other symbols and doctrines. Okay, so indeed, so closely is Romanism allied to paganism, of which it is the outcome that those who do not see the difference between paganized Christianity and Bible Christianity draw the false conclusion that Romanism is merely a corruption of Christianity, whereas it is little more than Christianized paganism. Hence it was that the real meaning of the woman and child, having been lost, the symbol was then paganized, and is now believed that representations of it as being Isis and Horus were so common long prior to Christianity that there was not a house where it was not found. Then, many of these pagan symbols, rites, and ceremonies were brought into Christianity by the Greek church fathers who were converts from paganism and had not renounced or lost their teaching and training. So now, what we have here in Revelation 12 is the fact that God is going right back to the beginning. And in spite of all the opposition of Satan and the perversion of primitive truth by paganism, he is showing us his purpose in this closing book of inspiration, which is to take us back to the causes of the great apostasy and onward through the great apostasy, which is close upon us, to its final confusion and destruction. This is why we have here God's vindication of those signs by which he first promulgated his great primeval promise and his own revelation as to its final accomplishment in the crushing of the serpent's head. Okay, it is clear so far that the woman is the sign of Israel, viewed as representing the nation as a whole. Israel is thus personified with the marks which characterize the nation in its constitution and in its hope. Now, having now given the great sign of the woman, we next have another great sign in heaven, the woman's enemy.